everyone! So for today's video, I am going to be finally doing like my full 2018 reading wrap-up. So this is going to include all of my like statistics. I was going to do a video reacting to my 2018 reading goals, but I feel like they weren't that interesting anyway. My main reading goal was my Goodreads challenge, and I think I had set that to read 70 books, and I ended up surpassing it by reading 81 books, so I'm pretty happy with that. So now moving on to all of the other randomly specific statistics that probably nobody else cares about. I read 23,555 pages across 81 books, and that is according to like Goodreads page count. I'm sure some of the books that I read, the page count was probably a little smaller or a little larger depending on if I picked like the right format of whatever I was reading, because sometimes I don't pay attention when I'm doing it on Goodreads, so that number might not be 100% accurate. The shortest book that I read was 30 pages, which was The Lottery by Shirley Jackson, and the longest book that I read was 640 pages, which was my reread of Wonderstruck, which was a book that consisted of mostly pictures. So again, not really accurate. The most popular book that I read last year was The Great Gatsby, and the least popular book that I read was The Air Formulas by Britt Nunes, which was a beta copy, so it's no wonder that it was the least popular because pretty much nobody else has read it. If I'm looking down a lot, it's because that's where all of these statistics are on my computer. So of the 81 books that I read, 39 of them were a part of a series, 40 of them were standalones, and then 2 of them were arcs. As far as genres go, I read 11 classics, 9 contemporaries, 8 dystopians, 19 fantasies, 1 historical fiction, 5 horror novels, 12 mysteries, 4 nonfiction books, 2 paranormal books, 4 sci-fi books, and 5 thrillers, plus 1 marked as other, which, if I remember correctly, was a poetry collection. So the genre I read from the most was fantasy, which is not surprising at all. The second most popular one was mysteries, which I read 12, but I reread the 39 Clues series last year, so that was 10 books. So if you like didn't count all of those, then I would have only read 2 mysteries last year. So that would have made my next most popular genre classics, which I'm actually kind of shocked about because I feel like I don't read a whole lot of classics. As for the target audience, I read 26 adult books, 44 young adult books, and 11 middle grade books. This is another one that I was pretty shocked about because I didn't realize quite how many adult books I had read last year. I thought I would have read a lot more YA, so 26 adult books was pretty impressive for me. 70 of the books that I read were physical copies, 8 of them were ebooks, 1 was an audiobook, and 2 of them were ARCs, which isn't shocking at all. I usually only read physical books. To kind of break down my ratings, which this also isn't 100% accurate because I didn't bother to like do a whole lot of the 0.5 ratings when I put all this information in. So as of this, it says I read 8 1-star books, 12 2-star books, 15 3-star books, 8 3.5-star books, 23 4-star books, which is interesting, 5 4.5-star books, and then 10 5-star books. It does look, considering I read 10 5-star books and 23 4-star books and 5 4.5-star books, it seems like I read a whole lot of good books last year, but I will say I did reread quite a lot of books, and which obviously I would only reread books that I really enjoy, so some of these, like quite a few of these higher rated ones, are ones that were like already favorites, so I didn't get as many like new favorites as I was hoping I would have. And then finally, to just kind of break down my reading month, in January I read 10 books, in February I read 9 books, in March I read 18 books, April I read 5, May 3, June 3, July 6, August 8, September 3 books, October 6, November 4, and then in December I read 6 books. So my best reading month was March, which was the month that I actually challenged myself to try and read a book a day, which I read 18, so that's not bad. And then my worst months were May, June, and September, when I only read 3 books. So overall, I'm pretty happy with my reading year. So yeah, this is probably going to be a very short video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you completed your reading goals for 2018 and what was your favorite book that you read last year. So yeah, that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
You hear that, Samson?